All right, welcome back to Understanding Crypto, ladies and gentlemen. Today we'll go through BTC and the altcoin market and see where we are headed next, what's been going on, where we are, and where we are going. It's been a tough couple of days so far, so let's just dive into it. First, let's look at the exchange balances, yeah? Because we talk about this big bull coming and this big bull market coming, and so, are whales committed to that? Do they also think that the big bull is coming? We have not had any big outflows on BTC. And this is a bit concerning, to be honest, because we actually had, this is somewhere around 122,000 BTC being deposited into exchanges here. Now, you could argue that they are sending this BTC so that they can trade against their altcoin pairs. Yeah, maybe they believe that the altcoin season is coming, so they put this BTC in exchanges so that they can trade for some altcoins. That could be plausible. But the problem with that is that the last time they did that here, well, they actually sold off. After that, for the next couple of days and weeks, the markets plummeted, and that's what you had here. Here we have the same type of situation. They sent this BTC right here. There could be, say, a chance that they are sending the BTC just to exchange for some altcoins. But most of the times that they do this, they sell off, yeah? And that's what we've been seeing for the past couple of days until right now. So, yeah. But overall, BTC on exchanges has been in a downtrend, yeah? By the way, you'd have to forgive me for the echo that you hear in this room. I actually ordered some sound absorbers and they have not arrived yet. So, for now, just excuse me for this echo. Now, so BTC has been trending downwards on exchanges. Here we had a big spike to the upside. That's BTC being deposited into exchanges. That's not really great because it means that whales are not committed to the idea of BTC going higher. However, it could also be that they are sending the BTC so that they can trade for their favorite altcoins in preparation for the alt season. So that could be the case here, but most of the times they do that to sell off. But overall, again, it's been trending to the downside, yeah? Since 2024, I mean, it's still basically all-time lows right here. So that's it for BTC balances on exchanges. All right, here on BTC dominance, we are still here. We are still stuck here. And in the last cycle, we topped out right here at the 2.618. Ideally, that's what happens here because according to our strategy, that's where we usually top out most of the times anyway. And out from here on out, we don't have any other targets to the upside. It's important to know that we are not saying that BTC can't go higher. All we are saying is that's the maximum we can suggest. That's the maximum we have evidence to, to suggest that it reaches. So we don't have any other analysis or evidence to suggest that it goes higher than this. We should actually be grateful for the fact that it did not, really pump in this recent market drop. We could see some type of consolidation right here before an inevitable plummet. But from here on out, this is all we can expect, just like it did here. So here, this was the alt season of the previous bull market, and in the one before that, this was the alt season. Drop 1, drop 2, and drop 3. So this was what happened here before a reversal back to the upside, and this is what happened here, a consolidation, then a reversal to the upside. Now, a lot of people would say that, well, we've seen some altcoins pump. We've seen Solana go as high as 280 or something. We've seen some shit coins go up, and so the alt season must have come and gone. But that is not the case. The alt season means that altcoins overperform Bitcoin. If that happens, you will see BTC dominance move to the downside. If that happens, you will see the dominance of BTC or the total capital allocated in BTC move into altcoins. So that brings the BTC dominance down. We have not seen that yet here. Yeah. So we need to see that before we can say, all right, the alt season has come. Until then, we have no other option than to wait. Some are even saying that the bear market might have come and we are in the bear market. Well, if I actually had evidence for that, then I will switch totally bearish and start my big shorts. We have not seen that yet. We don't have the evidence for that. So until then, we will just have to be waiting. Unfortunately, that's just the case. All right, as we go ahead to BTC, let's go on BTC right here. So if we use the trend-based Fibonacci and project to the upside, we will see that BTC rejected at the 1.618, moved back close to the 0.786, and then it went as high as the 2.618. Here we closed a weekly candle, a weekly candle above the 0.786, which means that we went to the 1.618, yeah. And after this retracement right here, after the 3-wave move to the downside, this is actually just 3-wave move to the downside here. So we have the wave 1 right here, wave 2, and then the wave 3 right here. If you remember, I was telling you somewhere around 53, yeah, somewhere around here, I was telling you that there is a good chance that we don't go as low as the 0.786. Yeah, 0.786, because USDT dominance had already topped out. After that, we went back up like so and closed a weekly candle above the 1.618 right here. That weekly candle close shows us that the next target is somewhere around 105 for BTC. And that is exactly what we did by coming back up to the 2.618 right here. Now, after the 2.618, you'll find yourself going as low as the 1.618. So basically, you have something that looks like so. You move from 0.786, go to 1.618, come back to 0.786, go to 2.618. Now, if you go like the intraday, you will most likely be ending at the 2.618. But since this is a bull market for BTC, you go even higher than that. So you will now mostly, or say most of the times, you should be coming back to the 1.618. In that case, it means BTC comes back to 72K. But just as we did not go to 45K right here at the 0.786, there's also a chance that we don't come as low as the 1.618 right here at 72K. So ideally, it comes back there, and then you go now to the 4.618. 4.618 is taking you as high as somewhere around 170K. Actually, it's between 171 to 175, so I just take 170 as a round figure. So that's basically the movement of this thing right here. Now, after this, you are in premium. So anything higher than this will just fade out, and you end up coming back to the downside like so. Mostly this is the whole strategy for BTC. If you take the extensions to the upside and put like so, you will see that somewhere around 150 is the lowest that we can actually expect for BTC. Yeah, we topped out here at the 1.618, and the lowest that we'd actually expect is the 2.618. That's 155K. I say 150 as just a round number. Now, the 0.786 right here is actually somewhere around, that's 57K. Well, that would mean that we go back to 57K. I strongly doubt that. I strongly doubt that that happens. Except we get more data, you know, in due time. But for now, I would actually doubt that we go as low as that. Okay, so the lowest that we'd actually expect for BTC to the upside, you know, if we go back above this all-time high right here, the lowest that we'd actually expect is somewhere around 150. If we now zoom into this particular zone right here, let's zoom into that and see. So here, let's just invert the chart like so and look at it from this format. All right, so no, maybe when I invert these charts, it becomes confusing. So let's bring it back like so. All right, so here we came down to the 1.618, moved back to towards the 0.786. This is a strategy that I usually tell you, yeah? So if you have like so, and you get price coming down like so, and then you come to the 1.618, most of the times you will go back to 0.786, and after this you come to 2.618, where you actually bottom. Now, there is a pocket between the 2.618 and the 3 fib level. So that gives you your error margin. So here, this is your error margin. This would be your accumulation zone, yeah? If we do that right here, we will actually get between 70K and 65K. Yeah, so this now becomes the lowest we can see for Bitcoin. We don't have any other data to suggest that it goes lower than this. This now becomes the lowest we can see for BTC before a big rebound to the upside. Note that it might just retrace from here and move straight up, yeah, because this is still a higher low right here. Yeah, it might just retrace from here. However, from the broader perspective, this is just the lowest we can see in the event of a big, or say of a bigger crash to the downside. This is just the lowest we can see for BTC. Now, on USDT dominance, if we go to USDT dominance right here, USDT dominance keeps that 2.618 here at 6%. Yeah, so we have the same 2.618 that we just saw on BTC, which is at 70K here at 6%. And so if USDT comes up here, we will now mark that as the top. So we don't have any evidence to suggest that USDT dominance goes higher than this. This is just the highest we can see for USDT dominance. And if it does come here, we will now just be looking for crypto to go higher from there. We will not have any other data to suggest that it, it continues to go to the USDT continues to go to the upside. That would be it for us. I did tell you that we had the first move to the upside right here. Let's invert this one because it's facing the downside. And so I think it'll be much more clearer to a lot of you. So we had the first move to the downside right here, second move to the downside, third move to the downside. Now, the problem was that we did not know if this third move is going to stop at the 1.618 or continue lower. Closing this daily candle right here has not really been a good sign to suggest that it will not go to this 2.618, because now it becomes even clearer that it could very well go there. However, we're not just saying that it must go there. There's a chance that it doesn't. Yeah. Also note that USDT dominance has already come into the same zone that you would expect BTC to go if it does go to that 70K zone. So this break off right here, this big move right here is the same zone on BTC that you would expect if it does go to that 70K zone. So this is pretty much a very strong zone of support or resistance for USDT dominance, because this is actually, that was the inverted chart. So we will be watching to see what happens here on USDT dominance. But if it does go to this 2.618 right here, that would be it. We will not have any other data to suggest a continuation of the plummet in crypto. That will be it for us. So yeah, that's basically it. Now let's go back to BTC and finalize that thing. So again, this is the lowest we can see on BTC. You see the same breakout zone that we saw on USDT. It's already here. So yeah, we will be watching to see. It could very well act as support, but in the event where it continues to go to the upside, we would be expecting this zone right here on BTC, which is our lowest, the lowest we can see for BTC. Remember that all of this right here, all of this analysis right here is just part of this. Let's go back to the weekly and show what we are doing. So it's just part of this retracement of the 2.618 to 1.618. It's just part of that retracement. Yeah, all of that analysis is just part of that retracement. So we zoom in and see what's going on in the intraday or the daily, and we zoom out and see what's going on the weekly. When you are looking at it from the intraday perspective, or say from the maybe 30-minute or hourly perspective, you may think it's a big dump and this is it. We are not going to have any other, this is it. There's no bull market coming. But when you zoom out, you understand exactly what's actually going on there. It's just a retracement of this particular strategy for another potential move to the upside. Anyway, we hope, nobody knows. It could just go to zero, but that is what the strategy would actually suggest. So according with this retracement is just part of a larger move to the upside. I already started accumulating some ETH longs actually yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? I started accumulating some ETH longs, and right now, it's not actually dumped as much as I would, want for me to dollar cost average into the long. I'm still just waiting to see if there's going to be another dump so that I accumulate more. I actually did show you the ETH chart here, USDT right here. I did show you the ETH chart and tell you that that would be the lowest I can see for Ethereum. So we have some zones right here. Normally, ETH should have bottomed right here. If you use the same strategy, it will give you this zone as the potential bottom for Ethereum. But again, because BTC basically pulls everything, if it dumps, everything will dump. Regardless of the analysis, everything will dump. Sadly, that's just the case. So we have the lowest zones right here for Ethereum. The first zone that we have there was $2,119. Second zone here is 1,840. The third is 1,570. That's the last. This here would be ideal stop loss for this play. And these are the zones that I could see for Ethereum. Apart from these, I have no other zone to the downside. This is it. This is it for me with ETH. If Ethereum can go as low as this, that would just be the lowest I can see for it. I don't I'm not saying it cannot go lower, by the way. I'm just saying that this is just the lowest I can see. I have no other zones to the downside. If it can again move back to the upside, then I will be expecting this type of thing as soon as it goes higher than 4,000. This would be what I'd expect right here. But for now, we will have to wait and see if we have a retracement right here. Here on the weekly time frame, Ethereum is still undervalued most of the times, or since like 2019 that it came to this zone right here. It's had some big moves to the upside. We can see here Ethereum moved eventually anyway, it moved by about 79%. Here Ethereum moved by about that's 34%. And here you can see, you get the point basically, yeah? Ethereum moved by about 155%. So most of the times that it comes down here, Ethereum has moved strongly. So it is left to see if ETH is going to do the same type of scenario right now. The last thing we shall look at is BTC on the CME. So CME right here, BTC1 and exclamation sign right there. We will see that as BTC was dumping yesterday, I did send you a forecast on Telegram telling you that as BTC is dumping right now, the CME is closed. So it will therefore create a CME gap that we will have to recover. Now, the CME gap from the daily time frame right here gives you somewhere around 84,800. But from the 4-hourly perspective, it gives you that's 85,900. Let's go to the 1-hourly and see what's going on there. It's the same value. So somewhere around 85,900, there is a CME gap from current price to 85,900. So this will have to be filled. Remember that BTC did not completely fill the previous gap, by the way. So you could have a situation where BTC comes down to this gap right here and fills it before moving to the upside. If it does that, then I will surely go in on a trade. But for now, if you are going in here, you will have to have your stop loss lower than this particular zone right here. So just be careful if you're going to do that. But yeah, it's going to fill this gap right here. And if it does that, I'll probably, de-risk a bit on that ETH trade and put my stop loss to entry and stuff. But yeah, that's what we would be expecting next for this gap here to be filled on BTC. So I hope you get the point, folks. I don't think there is any need to panic right now. When there will be need for panic, trust me, I will come here and say, all right, it's time to panic. But for now, we don't really have much of a reason to be panicking because, well, the markets will move up or down. But when you zoom out, you will see where they may eventually go. But until then, stay safe.